Yeah. मुझे तो ये समझ में नहीं आ रहा है how I'm going to invite our chief keynote speaker. I know Rahul from the day he came to Tampa Bay, and actually me and Kiran Bhai, we both were in the same meeting. He was living in New Jersey, moved from there. Amazing family. Rahul Shukla, his wife, is here with us. At the age of 70, when most people try to settle down at one place and not wanting to move, he decided to move his entire company, which were employing 200 people in New Jersey, to Tampa. So he writes very well, and he speaks very well. So I requested him that, we wanted somebody to come and talk about why you are a proud Hindu. I have probably asked him 3 or 4 times in the last 4 years to donate at different causes at different places in Tampa Bay. He has never said no to me. One last thing, I wanted to read a Hindi poem which I wrote on his 75th birthday, which just happened, last month actually. मैं हैरान हूँ कि भगवान तुझको बना के क्या सोचता होगा. मैं हैरान हूँ कि भगवान तुझको बना के क्या सोचता होगा. वो ये तो जरूर सोचता होगा कि इस इंसान की क्या परफॉर्मेंस है. वो ये तो जरूर सोचता होगा कि इस इंसान की क्या परफॉर्मेंस है. 100 वाट का बल्ब पैदा किया था, अब 10,000 वाट की रोशनी देने का दम है.
Thank you, Kunal, for those wonderful words. I might fall in love with you. Ladies and gentlemen, bhaiyo or except for my wife, Beno, and many distinguished guests. Thank you for asking me to give a small speech on Hinduism. For me to speak on this subject is a bit embarrassing. Hinduism is like a historical, huge marble palace that should be illuminated with huge searchlights. I am a tiny 9-volt flashlight. And I am too small to illuminate this legendary religion called Hinduism. But I appreciate the opportunity to do some self-examination. First of all, I write all my speeches. Now, why do I write all my speeches? Because that way, when you reach the last page, the speech comes to an end. I speak at a rate of 120 words per minute. So based on that math, I can assure you that this speech will end in 18 minutes. Some people, once they have a microphone in their hand, they go on and on and on. In India, at a political rally, a speaker went on and on. People in the audience, they started leaving one after another. Finally, there is only one person left in the audience. So the speaker, when he finishes his speech, he turns to that one man and he says, "You must have found my speech very interesting." The guy says, "Not really, I'm the next speaker." Well, that will not happen to me. This speech is timed to end now in 17 minutes. I'm going to talk about 3 things. 1, why I am a Hindu. 2, what are the reasons why I am so proud to be a Hindu? And 3, if all of us are so proud to be Hindu, then what can we do to help this temple with tan, man and dhan? By the way, to prepare for this speech, I read a few books. Dr. Sharma, on Hindu Dharma. If you find any brilliant thoughts in my speech, please know that that is borrowed brilliance and not my own. Why am I a Hindu? there is a very simple answer. Because I was born to Hindu parents. Hindu religion is one of the few in the world where we do not try to actively convert people from any other religion to our religion. There is no word in Hindu religion for the process of converting someone else to Hinduism. Therefore, even though I am proud to be a Hindu, it was just a cosmic but fortunate coincidence. We then move to the second question. Why am I proud to be a Hindu? This question requires scientific thinking. When you ask a Chinese person, which is the best city in the world, he probably will say Shanghai. If you ask a Frenchman the same question, he would say Paris. If you ask me that question, I would say Ahmedabad. So, to think that something you belong to is the best in the world takes no logic, no objectivity. I am going to present some logical analysis and list 5 reasons why I am indeed proud to be a Hindu. Reason number 1. Hindu Dharma is based on science and theory of evolution. Dr. Carl Sagan was a renowned American astrophysicist who said that of all the religions in the world, Hindu religion has the most sophisticated cosmological ideas. He said Hindu religion is the only one that accepts the idea that the universe undergoes number of deaths and number of rebirths. You see, science doesn't make up facts. Einstein had said that the most important sentence you can utter is, I don't know. I am so proud that Hindu religion accepts unknowability of God. There is a story in Upanishad that a Shishya presses his Guru to tell him what is God. The Guru remains silent. Shishya says, what is the answer? And the Guru says, my silence is the answer. He then says, God is not understood by those who understand it. I will read a verse from Rig Veda written 3,500 years ago. Here it goes. Then there was neither non-existence nor existence, neither space nor sky, neither death nor immortality, no division between day and night. There was only He and no others. There was only darkness. All that existed was void. Then seeds were sown. Where did it all come from? And how did creation happen? Who really knows? Who knows what is the origin of creation? Whether God created it or not, God from highest heavens, He knows the answer. Or maybe even He doesn't know. Wow, maybe even God doesn't know. What other religion would say in their holy book that even our God may not know all the answers? Only a confident and logical religion can accept the mysteries of universe as unknowable. Ladies and gentlemen, my first reason to be so proud for being a Hindu is that our religion is based on science, philosophy, and logic. My reason number 2 is we are the only religion that does not claim superiority over other religions. Swami Vivekananda in 1893 at World Parliament of Religion in Chicago, he said, "I'm proud to belong to a religion which has taught the world not just the tolerance but universal acceptance." This is where Hindu Dharma is so unique. We say it is not enough to tolerate. We move to the next stage and we accept. You may think that tolerance is a good quality, but let us examine that. If you say to your wife, "I accept you and I accept everything about you," she would probably have a smile on her face. Try telling her, "I tolerate you." No, when you tolerate something, deep down you are saying, if you want to worship a wrong God, go ahead. I tolerate your stupid beliefs. Hindu Dharma says, your way to reach God is just as valid as my way. There is a line in Rig Veda that says, Ekam sat vipra bahuda vadanti. Truth is one, but you may call it by many names. Gandhi, who some people blame for being fiercely Hindu, was in fact a believer in Ekam sat vipra bahuda vadanti. His famous prarthana starts with Hindu God. Raghupati Raghava Raja Ram, Pati Tapavan Sita Ram. But then, what is the next line? Ishwara Allah Tero Naam, Sabko Sanmati De Bhagwan. God appears in many forms. Here is a funny story about that point. Chandubhai was Bhakta of Krishna Bhagwan. Chandubhai lived in a two-story home in a small town near a river. One time there was a huge rainstorm. It rained for 24 hours. The river started overflowing. Pretty soon there was 3 feet of water on the street. The neighbor came in his SUV and said, "Chandubhai, let us move to the high ground." Chandubhai said, "I am a bhakt of Krishna Bhagwan. Nothing bad can happen to me." The water level kept rising. Now it was 8 feet. Chandubhai moved to the second floor. The fire department came with their boat and said, "Chandubhai, let me rescue you." Chandubhai said, "I am a bhakta. Bhagwan will not let harm come to me." Water level kept rising. Chandubhai climbed on his roof. Then the military officer came in his helicopter, lowered the ladder and said, "Chandubhai, better get on the helicopter. If the water level goes any higher, you will die." Chandubhai said, "Nothing bad can happen to me. I am a devoted bhakta." Chandubhai waved the helicopter away. The water level kept rising. And Satya, Chandubhai drowned and died. He went to heaven where he met Bhagavan Krishna. Chandubhai was annoyed. He said, "I did my puja and I did my path every day. I did my bhakti every day. I thought you will come to my rescue. But you let me die, you betrayed me." Bhagavan Krishna said, "Chandubhai, you are wrong. सबसे पहले मैं तुम्हारा पड़ोसी बनके एसयूवी लेके तुम्हें बचाने आया था। तुमने मुझे वापस भेज दिया। फिर मैं फायर फाइटर बनके बोट लेके आया, तुमने मेरी नहीं सुनी। अंत में मैं मिलिट्री ऑफिसर बनके हेलीकॉप्टर लेके आया, तो तुमने हेलीकॉप्टर में आने से इनकार कर दिया। मैं तो बार बार तुम्हारे पास आता था, लेकिन चंदू भाई तुम मुझे पहचान ही नहीं सके। That is the message of Hinduism. God can come as Krishna, Christ, Muhammad, Ram, Vaman Avatar, a refugee from Ukraine, or your own grandson or granddaughter. It is up to us to recognize that God. What a great concept. My third reason is Hinduism is progressive and liberal. Kiran bhai. So it suits a liberal guy like me. Hinduism does not put any social restrictions on women. Women are not second-class citizens in Hinduism. In Upanishad and Ved, men are not stronger or smarter than women. As a matter of fact, women goddesses are called Shakti. There is a story in Puran about birth of Durga. There was a buffalo-headed Rakshas named Mahisasur. He defeated all gods and became the king of the universe. All defeated gods went to Indra and said, "Give us a solution." Indra told them to put all their energies into one person. There was a huge explosion of light, and from that explosion came a fierce female, a female warrior. She was riding a tiger and had weapons in her 18 arms. She fought Mahisasur for 9 days and 9 nights and defeated Mahisasur. You see, what male gods could not do, a woman goddess Durga Mata could do it. Her fight of 9 days is today celebrated as Navratri. This story is a proof that Hindu religion is not sexist. Women are equal to men. I think that is a reason to be proud to be a Hindu. Reason number 4, Hindu religion does not force any specific customs on you. If you go to mandir, you are a Hindu. If you do not go to mandir, you still are a Hindu. If you do upvas on Gokulashtami, you are a Hindu. If you do not do upvas, you still can be a good Hindu. There is no specific time of the day when we need to bend and pray. There is no day of the week when we are required to go to a temple. There is no holy single book like Bible or Quran. Instead, we have books of knowledge like Upanishad, Ved, Gita and Puran. We are free to worship whichever God we want. You can pray to Shankar. You can pray to Hanuman. That is not even human, it is a monkey. Or Ganesh, who has an elephant's head. Do you know there are 33 million Hindu gods? We have even ministers of different portfolio. Saraswati is education minister. Lakshmi is finance minister. Vishnu is the chief Sachiv. We even have a god in charge of desire, Kamdev. But we do not have a single person in charge of Hindu religion. No Pope, no Ayatollah. Our highest god, Brahma. But there is not many temples in India for Brahma. Because we are so enlightened. We think Brahma can remain in charge of the universe without any temples dedicated to Brahma. Hindu religion says, live a good life search for the truth, and pray to the God of your choice. Ganesh is probably the most popular god of all. Ganesh is called Vignahari, remover of troubles. He is an extremely intelligent god. There is a beautiful story about Ganesh. One time, Ma Parvati challenged both her sons, Kartik and Ganesh, to go around the world in a race. Kartik, the athletic son, was sure to win. He left in a hurry to go around the world. Parvati thought Ganesh, the chubby kid, would never win this race. But Ganesh just circled his mother once and then said, "Ma, you are my world. I have completed my pradakshina." No wonder Ganesh won the race. Coming back to my fourth reason, Hindu Dharma allows each one of us to follow the path that we think will take us to God. My last reason for being so proud to be a Hindu is Hindu Dharma says God is everywhere. It says you can pray to God in temple or make your own small temple at your home. Your God can be anyone you like, or it can be just a concept. Hindu Dharma does not claim God to be a man or a woman. Our Shastra refers to God as not he or she, but it. Vedas call God as Tat. Tat means that. In other words, that which exists, without narrowing it down to man or a woman. Many of our prarthanas begin with Om Tat Sat. Om is the sound of creation of the universe. Tat, that which exists, and Sat, that which is truth. So, ladies and gentlemen, while I respect all other religions, I am proud to have been born to Hindu parents. I think Hindu religion is the most enlightened, most scientific, most logical, and most philosophical religion in the world. It was my good fortune that I was born Hindu, and for that I thank gods of all the religions. Finally, this Sanatan Mandir, many dedicated citizens of our community have worked hard to create this temple of peace, truth, and spirituality. We can thank them with words and also by opening our wallets. To have a temple like this in our community is our good fortune. Let us support this temple with tan, man, and dhan. I stop my speech with two great quotations from Upanishad and Rig Veda. Ekam sat vipra bahuta vadanti. Truth is one, but you may call it by many names. And Om Tat Sat.